Welcome to weeks 5 and 6. We'll look at the overview here. Another jam-packed couple of weeks. You've got your second test, which is 20% of your overall grade. We're not quite through with the material that will be on the second test, so it's opening at the start of next week, July 6th, and we'll close on July 12th. The exam will cover federalism and all material in Units 3, 4, and 5. Although I'll give those of you who watch this video a little cheat. Really, it's federalism and the three branches of government that you need to be worried about. All right, so we're finishing up with Congress, and there's a web quest. This is a bit of work, and it's not necessarily all given to you in the video or slides, so I wouldn't put that off. There's a small check-in. I would do this before I took the test. Hint, hint. And we go on to political parties, interest groups and lobbying, the bureaucracy, and we start on the Bill of Rights. So the test, July 6th to July 12th. Everything else is due July 12th, on or before July 12th at 11:59. So the test, we'll look at this. You'll have 180 minutes, 3 hours. The test covers Congress, presidency, Supreme Court, and federalism. Consists of multiple choice, multiple answer, true, false questions, so you'll know what you've gotten right away. You'll have 3 hours, but only have one opportunity to take the test, meaning if you close your laptop, exit out, you're out of luck. That's just that. You've got one chance. All grades are final. So it's 20% of your grade. Yeah, it's 67 points. It could be 1 point. And, 20% of your grade is still 20% of your grade. So take this test, please. So I'll give you a little preview. All right, the president is vested with all executive power. True or false? Congress has the sole authority to declare war. True or false? And something that people don't necessarily know about, if you're not sure about a question, you can flag it. And you see up here, it'll note that you need to come back to that question. All right, so after the test, Congress, this I put up every time, and I always get a question like, what are we supposed to do with this? Nothing. It's a handout. It's just for you to look at. It maybe will help organize your thoughts a little more. It's the state of Illinois and the United States government, how the three branches of government are organized. Might also be useful for you to have next to you when you take the test. Hint, hint. So Congress, the web quest, like I said, that'll be a minute. All right. So 4 points a pop. U.S. representatives, who are Illinois' 2 senators, etc., etc. These are not necessarily found in the slides again, so make sure you don't put that off till the last second. And it would probably behoove you to just complete all of this stuff before you go take test 2. Congress, that is. So political parties, read the chapter in the book. It's linked. Right? Then lecture slides, again, just up for you in case that's something that you find helpful. And again, if things aren't loading like this, you just hit the blue bar and it'll download up here. Then the reading quiz. All right. Pretty formulaic. Then Washington, there's a discussion. And this, I've been disappointed, kind of, because you're not reading directions. All right. Reply with a question and or comments about why you agree or disagree with two of your peers' posts. 5 points per post. I've been giving 10 out of 20 or 5 out of 10 or however half points for a lot of these discussions because you guys are generally speaking not replying. So it's 10 easy points. I'm not going to give you 5 points for yeah, I agree, or no, I think you're wrong. There has to be a reason. But you're leaving half the grade out on the table by just choosing not to reply. So then Washington's farewell. This is the speech. I used to make students read the whole thing. This is kind of the highlights of the address that Washington gave when leaving the office of the president. This is an interview I did a long, long time ago with, his name's Lex Green. He was the chairman of the Libertarian Party of Illinois from 2014 to 2018. And he taught me just about everything I know outside of the classroom about how politics works. He's an excellent guy to listen to. I would definitely be watching this video if for no other reason than we go over and give you every answer in this assignment. Then interest groups and lobbying. All right, read the book. There are the slides. Take the quiz. The bureaucracy, same thing. Media resources. I put these up. I mean, I don't require it, but it's good stuff. I would watch it. But again, optional, not required. Then we get into the Bill of Rights. And for all 10 of the amendments there, you're only responsible for what's posted on campus. And that's going to be most of weeks 7 and 8. We do domestic and foreign policy, but we go through the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment: religion, speech, press, assembly, petition. All right, you do an assignment here, First Amendment questions. Amendments 2 and 3 are pretty quick. I would really listen to this video if you have to watch one of the two. If you had to choose to watch one of the two, this is the more important one, the Second Amendment. Anyway, that is it. You have the announcement, as this was a thing too. The announcement's up. I'm making this video. And you have everything on the overview page at the beginning of the module. So 3 different places that what you need to do for the 2 weeks exist. All right, so if you need anything, reach out. If not, have a good couple weeks. And please do the Congress unit before you take the second test. All right, see ya.